Hey everybody, it's Dusti Martin with Platinum Living Realty, bringing you your Creek Carefree monthly market report for the month of October. It's October 2nd, 2020, so let's get right into it. All right, our active listings are down in Cave Creek and Carefree 44.8%. We only have 154 listings in both towns combined. Our sold listings are up 60.3% over this time last year. So we had 117 sold last month, and there's only 154 listings. Do the math. Our median price per square foot is up 19.7%, almost 20% over this time last year. We're currently sitting at $242.68 per square foot. Last year, we were at like 202 and change. So congratulations. If you bought a home last year in Cave Creek or Carefree, you made money. If you were thinking of buying a home last year in Cave Creek or Carefree and didn't, your home is now going to cost you more when you do eventually find it. All right, so our months of supply, with all that said, is down 65.6%. So we are currently sitting at 1.32 months of supply, so 1 1/3. That's what, 4 or 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks, maybe? It's crazy. So if your home's priced and marketed appropriately, you should more than be able to sell it very quickly. And then our median days on market is down 7.4% here in Cave Creek and Carefree. We're currently sitting at about 50 days. Cave Creek and Carefree, especially Carefree, tend to move a little slower than the rest of the valley. Even though it is super desirable, it does come with a price point, and that does tend to weed out certain buyers who either need to be closer to the freeways or can't afford to live in these areas. So we're sitting at 50 days. All that said, 90 days would be considered a stable market, and the average transaction right now is taking 35 to 40 days. So roughly in about 10 days, if your home isn't under contract, there's something wrong with it. And the only 3 things that are holding homes back right now in terms of not selling is the fact that maybe there's something wrong with it. It's priced really poorly, or it's not marketed appropriately. So if all of those things are being done, then your home should sell super fast. All right, so let's break it down by price point. We don't have any data for the $0 to $100,000 price point, simply because there are no listings and therefore no sales. So we don't even have data for that price point. So moving on to 100 to 200, we're at a 2-month supply, 8 weeks, meaning those are most of these in Cave Creek and Carefree are going to be townhouses and condos, apartment style type buildings. 2 months, so in about 8 weeks, it should be a done deal, right? The $200,000 to $300,000 price range, there is a 0-month supply. 2 got listed, 2 sold. There is no inventory. So if you've got a lower end home in the $250,000 to $300,000 price range, we need you. Okay, so moving on to the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, we are at 0.68 months of supply, so 2/3 of a month. So let's see here, 2, maybe 3 weeks, not quite. You should be done and gone. And then when we get to the $500,000 to $700,000 price range, we're at 3/4 of a month, so 3 weeks. And then the $700,000 to $1 million price range, this is where things are getting interesting, because this is typically a price range that is harder to attain and doesn't have as many buyers as the lower end. But we're sitting at 1.96 months of supply. That is crazy. That is well inside the seller's market range. You're probably still going to see multiple offers if a home really appeals to the masses and is marketed and priced appropriately. And then when we get into, get this, the $1 to $3 million price range is doing phenomenal. We are at 2 3/4 of a month, so not quite 3 months of supply. You can have that gentle upward pressure on your home prices. You can't go crazy, but you can push the envelope a little bit and you're still going to be able to sell fairly quickly, because like I said, anything less than 4 months of supply is a seller's market. And then here is the amazing news. Last month, you saw that we had a 3-month supply in Cave Creek and Carefree of homes over $3 million. That is phenomenal. That is amazing. This month, I was a little worried that maybe things would change and we would go back to a traditional buyer's market and the over 3 million super high-end, ultra luxury market, but we didn't. We're at 6 months of supply. So we have 6 properties in both Cave Creek and Carefree combined that are over 3 million, and one of them sold, meaning we have a 6-month supply. That's not bad. That is an even, stable market. And that is phenomenal for those homeowners in that price range, because this time last year, there were 7 listings in that price range and not a single sale. So keep that in mind. So we are having one of the best sellers markets in history, coupled with one of the best times in history for a buyer to obtain a home loan, meaning we have never seen interest rates this low ever. And coupled with the demand, we have all these millennials coming into the market who are, finally coming of age, having families of their own and can afford, but they are bigger than the baby boom generation. And I don't think many people understand that. So we have this huge influx of people coming into the market and not enough homes for them. And baby boomers are staying in their homes even longer. But if you've been thinking about selling, this is the time to do it, no matter the price range you're in. I can't guarantee that next month or the month after, we won't be right back to that buyer's market in the super high end. But for right now, things are really, really good for the high-end market here in Arizona and Cave Creek and Carefree specifically. If you want to know what your home might sell for in today's market, give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com. Click sell. I will be happy to tell you what to expect when selling your home. Have a great day. Bye.